And welcome to Ozarks Live. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Howdy indeed. Doing all right today?
I'm doing fine. How about you?
Good, I'm doing okay. Don't know if you heard, more sad news yesterday. We lost Doris Day.
Doris Day, yes.
Today, Tim Conway has died. I know, that makes me so sad. I love Tim Conway.
I don't know that I've ever run into anyone who doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, he was with the Carol Burnett show, and I remember him from McHale's Navy, but Carol Burnett show is where he really shined, and so much of what he did anyway was ad-lib in those skits. Harvey Korman had no idea what he was going to do most of the time.
That was my favorite part, was watching Harvey, and there's Tim Conway with Carol Burnett, of course. My favorite part was watching Harvey Korman try to keep it together.
Yes.
That was my absolute favorite, because he couldn't do it most of the time. And you'd see him over there kind of shaking and almost starting to cry. He was laughing so hard.
Well,
yeah.
Tim, I was reading a little bit about it today, and he said, you remember the dentist sketch where he kept injecting himself with the Novocaine everywhere? He said Harvey Korman laughed so hard he peed his pants right on stage. He says, if you watch carefully, you can tell.
Really?
That's what he said.
Oh, I'll have to watch that one again. No, I remember that very well. He was terribly funny.
Yes.
And did you see him in Branson ever when he came to Branson?
No, I never got a chance to see him. And
Yeah.
we've had so many people like that come into Branson. I did Sid Caesar, Emma Jean Coca years ago. And Johnny Cash was there, and I never got a chance to see him.
You know, he was on Carol Burnett show, Tim Conway, of course, and he was on Mama's Family. And Vicki Lawrence was slated to be in Branson on Sunday, and my daughter and I were actually going to go, and she canceled her show. So I wonder if maybe that had anything to do with it. I don't know. I don't know if they were still close or if there was anything else going on with her, but I would have enjoyed seeing her. I think that would have been fun. Conway also, in his later years, made appearances on the show Coach and on 30 Rock, which I do not remember anything about that. According to USA Today, he died this morning after a long illness. He had apparently declined into dementia in the last months of his life, but boy, will he be missed. My Facebook lit up when that happened today.
Yeah.
Everybody's sad about that. Lost one of the greats.
Yeah, you can't sit and watch those episodes of Carol Burnett, and with me, it's the back of my head hurts because I'm laughing so loud. And I've seen them before.
I know.
It's not like it's anything new, but it is just so good, and yeah.
So well done.
He'll be missed for a long time.
Very much so, but never forgotten, never forgotten. I mean, even when I run past those, like the Time Life thing, you know, that shows you the clips. They're trying to sell you the videos, you know, I still find myself stopping on that and watching just because they're so funny.
You can go to YouTube and find his bits all the time. Need a good laugh, that's the one to do.
Revisit, it'll make you feel better for sure. All right, we have a great show for you today. Bruce Porter and Will Worsham are stopping by.
And we'll hear the latest in streaming from Kurt the Film Guy.
Yep, but before we get to it, we're going to show you a couple of things that are on our radar. If you haven't heard, the biggest meat producer in the U.S. is going meatless. In part, not completely. Tyson Foods is going to debut a vegan protein this year. It's a big deal. Demand for vegan options has reached an all-time high. Everybody's wanting something different. Tyson has invested in some companies over the last few years that are on the front line of meatless innovation, so it will be interesting to see what they come out with. Plant-based proteins are huge. A year ago, Tyson launched something called Green Street. It was a plant-based grab-and-go bowl, which I'd love to try. I never did try one of those. I hope I will get to try some of this at the restaurant show in Chicago, which kicks off on Saturday. I expect to report back to our audience on Ozarks Live about all of the products that I find in that arena. By the way, this is the 100th National Restaurant Show. This is going to be a big year. Yes, and some local restaurants are on board for a food special coming up in June. 2 more days of food trends, all the new flavors. Nearly Famous Deli, Nancy will be back, of course. The fantastic wine bar, Cellar and Plate. The Dutch restaurant, Van Gogh's on Commercial Street. which is
Really? Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah.
And the Bayou in Monette, of course.
That's my favorite.
I know. Darren and company will be
Shrimp
with us.
and grits.
So, oh, isn't it the
Yeah.
best though?
It is.
But a lot of these people understand, you know, they keep their eye on the trends, but they always want to keep on hand the things that their, you know, their regulars love, like shrimp and grits and all the things that Nancy has at Nearly Famous. So they're going to be coming in. It's later in June, and we'll show you all the cool stuff that we find at the restaurant show. So.
Now, did I hear right? I'm not sure if I did, but I hear, are you going to be sending out samples to everyone of the new stuff? Did I hear that?
I'm going to bring back what I could carry, or they'll ship
Oh,
to
well,
me.
then,
Yeah.
no.
You get to watch us eat it. Remember
Yeah,
last year we ate good.
Oh, yeah, we did.
We had lots of fun
no,
stuff
I
on
have
here.
no problem with food shows.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's going to be good. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that. So there you go. What you got?
Okay, here's something you need to see because of some, this is mind-blowing technology. This is a little freaky. Now, you visited the Dali Museum, right? Right in St.
In Florida.
Petersburg.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, did Salvador Dali meet you at the door?
Did not.
Yeah,
Darn.
We're going to change that. There's a new exhibit called Dali Lives, and it uses something called deep fake, which utilizes artificial intelligence, thousands of photos and interviews, and some slick editing to give visitors this when they ring a doorbell.
Greetings. Welcome.
This technology allows people to imagine for a moment that there is such a thing as immortality, to see Dali alive again.
The whole future of Dali is explained in Le Brother painting.
I saw Dali, but like his actual form and full figure, speaking personally to me.
He was welcoming to the museum to see his art, and like I still have goosebumps.
It is good to be back.
He talked about the museum and his paintings.
There comes a moment in every big person's life when they realize they adore Dali. In your life, this moment will also be known as Wednesday. Go tell it to your friends.
Mr. Dali, very live.
Before you leave, you will take a picture with me?
Sure. Yeah.
Alor. 1, 2, 3. Ooh la la! Would you like me to send you this dream photograph?
He texted you a selfie.
Yeah, look, is that freaky?
It's freaky.
He would have loved it. I'm sure Dali's face was put over an actor's body, and a voice actor was able to mimic his unique accent. I mean, if you listen to it, it's a combination of French,
It's all over the world.
Spanish,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
English,
yeah.
all over the place with the very
much so.
Oh, all right. There are 45 minutes of footage, and pretty much every visitor gets a different experience. An article in The Verge says it's outright surreal. No kidding. Dali Lives opened last weekend on what would have been his 115th birthday.
Would he have loved the selfie thing? That is
Absolutely.
freaking me
That's
out.
that. I mean, I can understand how they can come up with all sorts of things to say to people because computers talk back to you, you know.
Yeah.
But for him to take a selfie
And then
with
text
you,
it to you.
oh my gosh.
I know. I love that.
Yeah,
The
I'll go there just
technology.
for that.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Well, Allegiant flies there, so I thought we'd just
yeah.
hop on a plane. Okay, coming up, we are speaking legal with expert Will Worsham about how to ensure that the money you want to leave to someone after your death goes to the right someone.
And
Very
don't
important.
go away. Ozarks Live is just getting started.